Hey guys, welcome back to the Betar Project. This episode marks 12 months of this podcast and a special guest,
Better make it a good one, eh?
Kyle. Thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
How's things?
It's good, man. Travelled up here from Cronulla, took about an hour. A little bit nervous, not gonna lie. Never done anything like this, but I'm excited. Excited to sort of spread awareness for a good cause around mental health and everything like that. So yeah.
Awesome. And how long was the trip out here?
About an hour and 15 minutes, yeah. So it wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be right at the top of the Blue Mountains, man. So you sent me that address. I'm like, yes.
Yes, right at the base.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly shut this door.
Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah.
Anyways, man, let's dive a bit into your story. What's your upbringing like?
Oh, look, I've always had a really good upbringing, man. I've been surrounded. My family have been sort of really good to me. They've given me everything. They gave me the right tools to sort of grow up in the right environment and do the right things. Unfortunately, life does throw curveballs, man, as we all know. Like, do you want me to go straight into it?
Yeah, if you want, man.
Yeah, so I would say, like, I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, severe anxiety. And look, everyone asks me, like, where do you pinpoint this and when did it come about? I don't think it came about just out of the blue, man. I think it's a like a cumulative thing, like sort of series of things that happens, and then it comes on, man. So like, I was doing real bad things, and I think it started in high school, to be honest with you. I was always mucking up in high school. I was always the class clown. I'd be getting punch-ons on the back oval, stuff like that. Stuff I'm not proud of, man. But at the time, I just thought, oh, it's a normal teenager life, you know what I mean? Coming out of high school, I didn't do many bad things. I went straight into sort of an apprenticeship as a pool builder. And I thought, you know what, like, this isn't for me. I got out of it and I wanted to join the army.
Yep.
I actually enrolled into the army, and I got accepted into going to Kapooka. And I think this is where it started to get real bad. I went to Kapooka for about a week or two, man, and like, I'm not proud to say, but I did leave Kapooka, and I did, like, on social media, everyone was sort of saying, like, oh, like, you're a failure, blah blah blah, all this, and like, I look back at it now and I sort of shrug it off. Like, it is what it is.
What made you want to leave? Did they break you?
Oh man, like, it just wasn't me. Like, I feel like they control the way you think, and like, I've always said, like, I'm very different, man, and like, my brain works differently, and like, I didn't want to change that, man. I didn't want to sort of be part of their system and not mind control. I'm not going to say that. I respect anyone in the Defence Force and everything like that, because you go through all that stuff and you do good things for this country. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. I couldn't handle it, and that's the truth. I was very young, man. I was probably just turned 17, so it was that was hard, man. Coming home and sort of letting my head down and moping around the house, man, for the next month. But then I got into a smash repair company and started working in a smash repair company. At this time, I was probably about 18 years old, man. And I was working there previously to the army, sort of doing part-time work and everything like that. So they had me on the books, and I was an apprentice spray painter. Did my apprenticeship there, man. There was a lot of partying. There was a bit of coke and stuff like. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was coke. There was alcohol. There was all that sort of stuff, man. And I never thought of it as a problem, man. I thought, everyone does it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm normal.
It's like, typical party scene.
Typical party scene. Exactly right, man. And it was getting really bad, man. I did my apprenticeship, and at the end of I didn't do my apprenticeship, actually. I completed the third year of my apprenticeship, and at the end of that, I think I was 19 at this stage. I said, I want a bit more life experience, and I want to branch out and do something different. So I got into this apprenticeship company as a recruitment officer and an account manager.
Yep.
I was probably the youngest bloke at the company, man. And that was like a different experience, like being surrounded by all these sort of 30, 40, 50-year-old account managers. It made me like really like question myself, like, what am I doing? You know what I mean?
Did they pick on you because you're youngest?
Of course, man. Of course. I went in there, and it was like, everywhere I go, I feel like I'm the black sheep, man. Like, I'm the black sheep in my family as well. So my sisters both went to HSC. They both got like 90 plus ATARs. My mum and dad, very smart people. But like me on the other hand, like I drop out, start sort of middle of year 10 probably, and I didn't get a rosa or anything like that. So again, not something I'm proud of, but it's shaped me to who I am today.
That's life, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right, bro. But yeah, so I've started at this apprenticeship company as probably youngest employee there. I said to myself when I got there, I said, I got to mature now. Like, I got to change my life. But the money was a lot better than apprenticeship money.
Yeah.
And with that, man, it just came bad choices, weekends of partying.
Young, dumb, and with money, eh?
Yeah, no, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous mix, trust me. So look, I got associated with the wrong people as I was in that apprenticeship company. And of course, I had money, so I was doing the wrong things. Previous to this, during this, I sort of copped a Section 10 drug charge, so it's a possession charge, and I have had an assault charge as well. Again, not something I'm proud of, but it happens, man, and I've learned from it, definitely. But during the apprenticeship company, I was doing wrong things, hanging around the wrong people, and they treated me good there, man. They honestly, they paid me well. They treated me like a human, but I was going out on the weekends. I was living for that paycheck, man, to be honest with you. And the more it went on, I think the more I got involved with the coke and everything like that. And on the weekends, all I wanted to do was sniff coke and party. I had no goals, man, to be honest with you. I was just like strung out, partying. I wasn't boxing. I wasn't doing any sort of physical activity. I was going to the gym, but I was experimenting with steroids as well.
Yeah.
And I've always been sort of a slimmer sort of bloke, so I was doing a lot of steroids, man, and probably about like 1.5 mils of test a week and 3 mils of tren. And
how big did you get?
I got pretty big, up to like 85 kilos. I'm 71 now.
Okay, yeah.
So I got up to 85 kilos, which is massive for me. I was so full out and like my back was massive, but pimples everywhere, man. It's so unhealthy. So I was experimenting that on the weekends. I was hanging around the wrong people, and it's just, I think this is what really kicked it off, man. Every weekend I was getting on the coke, sometimes during the week, because I'd always have some on me. Put two and two together, but I always had some on me, and even during the week, if I felt like some, I'd have it. And that's when I sort of started saying to myself, all right, I got a real bad problem. Like, my mind frames weren't right. I would sit there and I would at the part, this sort of towards the back end, I would sit there on coke and anxiety just through the fucking roof, man. And you know when people girls do it all the time, I'm not being sexist, but they sit there and they go oh my God, I'm so anxious. I would hear that and my blood would boil, because it's no, I'm ridiculed with anxiety right now. No, you're not. And people would be oh man, I was depressed a week ago, but now I'm good. It's bro, it doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work you can't sit there and say that. But anyway, so I was doing that on the weekends, and it was really bad, man. So I decided to sort of do something about it and see a doctor. And I went to my GP and I sort of said, this is what's been going on. This was I think this would have been the start of the year. You have to excuse me, man, because I was partying that hard. It's a pretty big blur,
it's all good,
the timeline. Man. So this would have been sort of at the start of the year. I went to my doctor and I said, I got a problem. I got to get off this alcohol and the drugs. And because I didn't see a point, man. I didn't see a point in life. I think I'll be quite honest, there was one night, man, where my dad had to just hold me and hug me and tell me everything was going to be all right. Because I wanted to, I think, to be honest with you, man, that night would have been the night where I was nah, I'm done. Because I was going home every single weekend, what's the point? What am I doing with my life? I'd racked up debt with the wrong people. So, and I was paying, I was doing things to feed my addiction. That night my dad had just laid with me, hugged me and held me down, told me everything was going to be all right. And I've never had that with my dad, to be honest with you. He's always been sort of a harder man, and he's never sort of spoke about his feelings.
Typical old fashioned.
Yeah, that's it, man. And I love my dad. He's an awesome guy, but I was never comfortable with telling him how I was feeling.
Yep.
It would always, I would go to mum. And I was going to mum and I was telling her how I was feeling. She was the one pushing for me to go to the doctor. But yeah, mum always listened to me, but I think the breaking point was dad just holding me, telling me it was going to be all right. And my dad actually had opened up and told me about his sort of, he goes through stuff and he's on medication, blah, blah, blah.
How does that make you feel, knowing that, I guess, you never really had that strong connection, and then that night's kind of brought you so much closer?
Man, it's a massive blessing, to be honest with you. And it's just one of those things where you don't know what anyone's going through.
No.
You don't know what someone's going through. I'd look at my dad and I would think my dad was the happiest man on earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a hard man, but he's happy. Like, he lives his life. He always has a smile on his face. He's always bringing up other people. And, like, it's just like he spoke to me that night about what he was going through. And it's like, damn, like,
Yeah.
you too? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it affects everyone. So that's why I say, be kind to everyone you meet, man, because you don't know what they're going through.
Exactly. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, exactly right, man. Exactly right. So, yeah, after that night, I was just like, I got to do something. Like, so I've gone to my GP and I've got prescribed medicine. It's citalopram, something like that. It's anti-anxiety and antidepressant. I started getting on that. It was pretty high dosage of it. For the next month, this was probably, let's get up to like September. So I got that to September. Look, it helped me control my feelings and it helped me control my emotions, but I always had like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I always felt like pointless.
Yeah, it's not going to fix you.
No, it's not going to fix you. It does stabilize your moods, man. And I didn't have those sort of suicidal thoughts or those crap feelings anymore. But I still was going out, man, and I still was drinking. Come September, I think, I remember...
September this year?
September, September, about August, September.
Yep.
End of August, early September. This guy reached out to me. We used to box back in when I used to work at the Cronulla Smash, the Smash repair company. We used to box, and he reached out to me and he said, hey mate, like, would love to catch up with ya. Let's do some boxing. And he had this home gym set up, little dingy garage sort of type workout. And I just said, yeah, okay, like, why not?
Yep.
I remember he pulled up at my house, and I only found out this like the other week. I remember he pulled up at my house. My dad was doing the gardening. And my dad saw him. He said, oh, his name's Daniel. So shout out to Daniel, man. You helped me get out of a dark place. But my dad, he pulled up, and my dad sort of went up to the car and was like, look, Kyle's not in a good place at all. Like, he's getting through day by day, but yeah, like he's a mess, that sort of thing. And I don't know exactly what he said, but that would have been something my dad said. And when I got in the car, Daniel was speaking to me. We did the workout, and man, like, what month are we in? December?
Yeah.
So what's that? 4 months, August to December, 4 months. It's crazy the improvements we've made. I still sort of see him, but I don't box with him. It went from like 1 minute of me doing straight punches on the bag. I remember at the end of the minute, I was like in tears, man. Like, I could not do it. Like, I was so sore. And he was like, damn, like, this is worse than I thought, sort of thing. But man, I kept showing up for myself every single day. Like, no matter how I felt. I think that first 2 weeks of training, it was hell. I woke up sore every single day. I didn't want to do it. So sort of September, this is when I started getting my like life together, and I sort of started seeing a point in it, man. To be honest with you, it was through boxing.
Was there any other turning points?
Oh, I would say, look, my dad definitely was a turning point when he was holding me down. That's when I said I got to do something, but I didn't take action on it, man. It's just sort of training. It's training and like working towards a goal and just having a purpose in life, man. I think that's pretty important. I think it is important, eh? And so me and Daniel are doing these backyard workouts every single day, and I see myself getting fitter and everything like that. And I said, I can do something with my life here. I can really I can get better.
Yeah.
So I left the apprenticeship company because I was on about 1 month. It was stress leave, but they gave me a month off work just to get my headspace right. I think I told you that I actually had enrolled into Kogarah. It's Wesley Hospital, Kogarah Mental Health Facility. And I wanted to do that, but when I started boxing, I sort of said, am I going to need it? Anyway, I wanted to do it, but I didn't end up pulling through with it because I was so anxious. I was like, this would be crazy.
Yeah, like most people would be scary, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in-house patient, like, you don't leave there, and it wouldn't be something I was used to. So my anxiety was like through the roof with that. So I was like, nah, I was like, called that off. But I was like still on medication. I was speaking to a psychologist, and I went to a couple of AA meetings. That was sort of my therapy. Do you know what I mean? That and boxing, that's what I tell people that was my therapy.
Boxing would have helped you so much.
Bro, like, I can't put this to words. Like, it saved my life. Like, you know, it's so cliche. Like, people say boxing saved my life. Like, I haven't even had my first fight yet, man. I can say boxing, like, has given me a purpose and a point. But yeah, without sort of seeing doctors and everything like that and getting my headspace right, I wouldn't be where I would be, where I am today. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So many people underrate, I guess, health and fitness for the mind.
Absolutely, man. It's all connected, man. Your body's connected, your mind. Healthy body, healthy mind. That's what I reckon, man.
That's why I don't like the whole medical industry. Like, they just want to pump pills down you.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a time and place for that. Like, some people do really need it.
Yeah.
But if you just talk, meditation, health and fitness, that can get you on track and really help you out so much.
Absolutely. Like I said, man, like the pills, they stabilize my moods and everything. I was clinging on with my life. Like, I hated my life, and I openly admit that. Like, no point in it at all. But these pills sort of got me through day by day, and I'm like getting off them now. So I've sort of started declining my dosage each day.
How you feeling on that?
Oh man, I'm good. Like, it's the best feeling ever. Like, I want to be sort of off them by come January, February, before my first fight. I want to get off them.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, like you said, healthy body, healthy mind. The pills definitely did help me out, but like, I want my mind right on its own. I don't want to rely on some pills.
The pills just mask.
Yeah, absolutely. They did make me like not emotionless, but like they made me not feel what I was feeling.
They kind of numb you, don't they?
Yeah, man. Like, the problems were still there, bro. Like, the debt was still there. Like, I've had people after me. That was still there. That was still on my mind. But the pills sort of made me think, all right, just settle down. Like, everything will be all right. Just, not that I took action on it, but it did help me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I was on a month stress leave at this apprenticeship company. They were a great company. They were so good to me, and I sort of said, I was working Monday to Friday, and like I said, mad money. Dangerous when you got mad money. I sort of said to myself, like, what do I want in life? This is probably about 3 weeks into boxing, 1 month. I said, what do I want in life? Like, do I want money and be stressed out every day and not have me time? Or do I want to focus on myself, not worry about money, and sort of be happy and healthy? So I went back to that company and I said, look, I can't do this anymore. I appreciate like everything you've done for me, but like, I got to do my own thing. And I went back to the smash repair shop. I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because you do have to have an income. You know what I mean? So I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they treated me good, man. They know what I was going through. They know sort of where my headspace is at. So they're trying not to. It is a stressful trade. I'm a spray painter. Yeah. So it is a very stressful trade, but like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, man, I can't complain. I get to focus on my training Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And you still got income coming in.
Yeah, exactly right. And they're paying me good, but I've got more of an appreciation for money now since I dropped out of that full-time work, man, because I am on less and everything like that. But it's like, all right, even if I have $100 at the end of the week to put into my savings, like, I'll be happy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I went on a month stress leave, left that apprenticeship company, went back to my old company because I've got my first fight coming up in February. I got a 10-hour run coming up January 16th. That's for sort of mental health awareness. So I've got big things coming up next year, and that's why I took a step back from work, man. Because when I'm focusing on myself, that's when I feel the best. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like, I love helping other people and everything like that, but you can't help other people if you're not if you're not right. 100%. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've decided to get myself right, and it's December now. It's only been 4 months, man. I'm not here to preach sobriety or anything like that. I have had sort of setbacks of, man, like a week off, probably 2 weeks after I saw Daniel, 3 weeks maybe. I did get back on the drink and the rack, but nothing like how it was. Do you know what I mean? And look, I'm not saying that I'm gonna stay sober through this Christmas period. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No, I'll have a few drinks. I might fucking do a line. Like, I'm not making unreal expectations, man, because I am still sort of bettering myself and working on myself. But like you can't set unreal expectations, because when you do break them, you're gonna feel like shit, man. You're gonna be like, oh, this is fucked. It's gonna be massive for you.
Yeah, it's just like a diet. When people do diets and they just cut out stuff totally, they don't last long.
Yeah, exactly right. And when they start eating it again, they're like, oh, I feel like shit. Like
Yeah.
I started eating it again. Man, like everything in moderation, I say. Like even if I do have a drink nowadays, it's 2 or 3 beers. It's
Yeah.
a cocktail. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, when I was partying, like I can't explain it. Like, so I actually tell you, I told Drew I was coming on here, and he said, "Oh, good on you, bro." And he said, "Like, I want to ask you something, but I got to like, I don't have a bad rep down my ways, but like, I got a rep about being like a loose cunt." You know what I mean? Like, and Drew said, "I want to ask you something. Like, what are you going to talk about?" And I just told him, you know, like my addiction, everything like that. And he's like, all right, like he's like, I'm just warning you, like this big ups on Drew. He's just checking up on me. He's like, I'm just warning you, you gotta like after it be serious. You gotta, because other people won't like sort of respect you if you don't. You know what I mean? And I'm true to my word. I'm always true to my word. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So big ups to Drew for looking out for me. He looks out for everyone. And he just gave me some tips about the podcast and everything like that. Yeah, but he sort of said to me, you do have that rep of being a loose cunt. And I was like, look, I know I do. I've done some dumb shit. But like I'm working on myself, man. I'm a completely different person to who I was about 6 months ago. It's insane, man. Like going from partying every day, living to that paycheck, to wanting to help other people, helping myself. It's extraordinary the progress I've made, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Like I couldn't run 6 kilometers about 2 months ago. Now I'm running 21 kilometers and 5 minutes pace. Like it's crazy. So like I'm proud of myself in that aspect, but I've got so much more to go, man. Like I got big things next year. I want to do massive things, even with this mental health run.
Yep.
I want to keep expanding that, man. Like after the event in January, I want to sort of make it into like a 24-hour run come December, you know, next year.
Yep.
So yeah. Like I said, man, where I was 6 months ago to where I am now, like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's all a part of the journey. That's why I was asking you, like before you came on, like are you all clear? Because I didn't want you to come on and then 2 weeks later be on fucking benders and stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely not, man. Definitely not. Look, I've had close mates who I've had to distance myself to.
Yeah.
Only because like I love them, and they know I love them. They know I respect them. But the effects for me, like 3 days after going on a bender, is totally different to the effects of them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they get scared. Yeah, they get fucking upset. But man, I was like in bed, like crippled with anxiety, crippled with depression. And that would sort of wear off come Thursday. And you have 1 day of sober, and then you go on a bender again Friday, and you start. It's repetition.
Never ending cycle.
Yeah, exactly right, bro. You're just in the same cycle every single week, and I had to break out of it. I had to distance myself. Those boys know who they are, and they know I've got massive respect for them. But yeah, they know the reason as well why I've sort of backed off and started doing things for me. And it's funny, like as soon as you start doing things for you, I feel like a lot of judgment comes with it. But then a lot of people start seeing you doing good things, man. Because I like getting Instagram messages like you're inspiring. Like I upload me boxing every day, upload me running. You know, some people are probably sick of it, but then there's that one odd person who are like, you're inspiring me. Like keep going, and that's what makes it worth it, to be honest. And I'm sure it's the same with your podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes it worth it, man.
And you find out who your true friends are.
Absolutely.
And who really supports you.
Yeah. My dad always tells me, you know, like if you show me who you hang around, I'll show you your future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I uploaded it on my story the other day because it's so true, man. If you hang around shit, you're gonna become shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. I always try to hang around better people than me, man. Like I'll always hang around better boxers. I always want to spar better boxers because that's what's gonna make you better. You know what I mean? You strive. Like you are what you hang around. At the end of the day,
it's like the saying, you're the average of your 5 closest mates.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And like it's my whole life's changed, man. Like my friendship circle has changed. It's become a lot tighter. I'm hanging around good people. I'm hanging around people who have goals. I'm not hanging around that sort of bad environment that puts up my life at risk and other people's. Because man, like I put my parents through hell during this period, man. Like it was probably a 3-year period where I was doing the dumbest shit, man. Like bendering every weekend, doing the wrong things with the wrong people. I won't go full in depth with it, but like there would be people like rocking up to my parents' house. Like I'm still living at home. There would be people rocking up to my parents' house, and they wanted me out. And at that time as well, I was dating my ex-girlfriend. So I sort of was living at hers like most days because I didn't want to be home. My parents didn't want me to be home. So it was affecting my like relationship with my family. My sisters, they would look at me like, seriously, this is what you're doing? Like, mum and dad raised you so much better. And I just thought at the time, like, I'm like, oh, like, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know me. Like, so, like, my shit didn't stink sort of thing. So, yeah, my sisters, I always took it pretty hostile, like, their response to what I was doing. But, like, they only care about me and everything like that, man. So that's why they wanted me to stop. And like I said, I put my parents through hell. And I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, it's not my proudest moment. I put them through hell. But they say I'm better than myself now. And the relationship's getting mended. And I'm trying every single day, man, to become a better person.
So have you come out and spoken to them about everything?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So like there's been a few instances where they've had to help me out, and like I said, I racked up massive debt for the wrong things.
Was that drug debt?
Yeah. So yeah, drug debt. You know what I mean? And let's just be honest, like it was a drug debt, and on the side, like I was making good money, but all that money would have to go back into it because I was either feeding my addiction or like paying the wrong people. And my parents they knew it before I even told them. You know what I mean? And there was some instances after I stopped where I couldn't pay them anymore, and like my mum had to help me out, my dad had to help me, my sisters had to help me, everyone had to help me out, even though they fucking hated the fact what it was. They helped me out, and like that's family, man. Like that's who's gonna be there at the end of the day.
Have they spoken to you, I guess, how they felt throughout that period?
Yeah, they're quite honest, man. My dad's quite vocal. While I was doing it, man, I remember my dad. He looked at me like, I don't know if it was with disappointment, but he always told me like I was better than what I was doing, man. And I knew that I was hiding behind this fake personality, to be honest, because I was in the wrong company, to be honest. Like I was in the wrong company, and I was hiding behind this fake hard man, like bravado. Like it wasn't me at all. Like I've got a kind heart, and I'm a smart guy, but I was just, yeah, like I said, hiding behind a fake personality.
Why do you think you went down that path? Was there something in the inside that you wanted to hide or mask?
Man, to be honest, it's hard. That's hard to pinpoint, man. I think it was insecurity that made me go down that path, and it was like I want people to accept me. The more it went on, the less people respected me. You know what I mean? And like that's why I do have a bit of a rep of being like a loose cunt. But yeah, the more it went on, the less they respected me. But I thought I was getting respect off doing it, and I thought, yeah, this will make me cool, sort of thing. And it didn't. It doesn't. It's a fake life. There's no loyalty in it. I'm like, I'll be honest with you, it's crap. I wouldn't get into it ever again. I've seen enough of it to say like that's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you talk about, you guess you had severe anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? What were you feeling day-to-day basis?
Day-to-day basis, it would be constantly thinking like someone would be after me. Someone was at my house. I'd worry about myself. I'd worry about my family. But then I would be like, how am I going to get to next week? You know what I mean? There were so many things I was anxious about, and you can't pinpoint one thing because your mind, it fucking plays tricks on you, man.
Yeah.
Like during the day, it would be one thought, like I thought about this, and then it'd fucking switch over to this, and then I'd be thinking like I'd be worried about what's for dinner. It'd be like what's going on? You know what I mean? Like it would be fucking crazy. Yeah, but my mind ran 1,000,000 miles per hour every single day, man. Every single day, and like I think it just crashed and burned at the end, to be honest with you.
Were you sleeping much at night?
Nah, bro. So this is bad, man. I remember I used to get home from benders, and I used to be worried about someone like coming to my house. So I'd have more rack just so I didn't sleep, just in case someone came to my house. That's how bad it got. And like it's embarrassing to say, but it was a fucking bad addiction, man. It was really bad.
Let's talk about coke and addiction.
Yeah.
What do you feel when you're on it? Because I haven't done it.
You haven't done it?
No.
Yeah. Okay, good. Don't do it. What do you feel? What do you feel?
Like, what drew you to it? Was it just because everyone else was doing it?
Everyone was doing it, bro. It was the cool thing. It was the most expensive thing out there, and I used to be like that. I used to think, like that's expensive. That'll be cool to have.
Yeah.
I used to love the materialistic shirts, the Gucci,
Yeah.
the shit, everything. I used to love that crap. Now, but like what drew me to it was like everyone was on it.
Yeah.
Every single person. So I started like experimenting with it, and what I felt on it was like, it was weird, man. Like, you can't pinpoint what you feel. Like, you feel like talking, you don't feel like talking. Like, at the start, like, I loved talking on it. Like, I was energetic and everything like that. By the end, it was like, after I did a line, like, I would sit there, like, curled up, not wanting to speak to anyone, just in my own head. So that's what it sort of does. Like, yeah, it's good when you first fucking start. Don't get me wrong.
Is that because your body gets used to it and then you need more and more, or?
Absolutely, man. Like, I would go from having, like, first times I was doing like coke, I was doing maybe fucking 2 lines a night, and I'd have me flying, man. But then like by the end of it, when I was feeding my addiction, I'd have probably fucking 3 or 4 bags and just be crippled with anxiety. And it was that's a horrible feeling, man. That's horrible.
Shit.
Yeah. It was getting insane, man. It was not something I'm proud of.
And you were mixing that with steroids as well.
I was mixing it with everything, bro. Steroids, like.
What was your anger like?
Fuck, through the roof, bro. Yeah. I'd click at anything. My mum would be like, "Oh, can you clean that dish?" And I'd be like, "No, I fucking can't clean the dish."
Especially with Tren, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, my night terrors as well with Tren and like the rack. It was horrible, man. Like, I had to see I was gonna see a sleep clinic because I was getting this one night terror over and over, and it was fucking scary, man. I used to wake up in hysterics, sweating and crying. Like, it was horrible.
What was it?
It was it was me walking into it was weird. It was first person view. It was me walking into a room, and there was just a table, man. Like, on the table was a gun, and I used to pick up the gun. Every single dream, man, I was getting this dream sort of maybe a night when I was stressed out mostly, or when I was coming off a bender. That's when I would get it. I'd pick up the gun, and right before I pull the trigger on myself, I'd wake up, and I'd just wake up crying, shaking, sweating. Like, it was fucking horrible, man. Like, I hate thinking about it, to be honest with you. Yeah, it wasn't good. And there was some nights my mum heard me screaming, like, because when it first started happening, I didn't know what was going on. And yeah, it's just funny because like I haven't had a night terror in over 4 months, 5 months now. Do you know what I mean? And I strongly believe that is because of like physical activity, working on yourself. I read a lot. Do you read?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Did you read David Goggins' book?
Yeah.
Bro,
have you read that?
Yeah, that's a fucking
I brought
book.
it with me. I was going to give it to you.
Nah, I've read it, bro. It's fucking mean.
Awesome, bro. It is awesome. I read, before I read Think Like a Monk.
I got that in my room. I got to read that.
Read it, bro, because that's when I started reading that when I just started training.
Yeah.
And like it made me like very aware of my emotional reaction and everything like that, and it made me just like zen sort of thing. And like, yeah, it's a good book, man. It's a good book. But David Goggins is next level.
He's a fucking weapon.
Yeah, he is, man. Like, his stories he's got, like the Badwater run.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. And Hell Week, going through it like 3 times.
Like, I read, but I'm not a big reader. Yeah. Like, I'll read 10 pages but then that book, I was just stuck into it.
I love the little challenges at the end, man. Like the accountability mirror and everything. Yeah. Like, I've got that on my room, like a 1 month goal, 3 month goal, 6 month goal. And I'll tick them off if I've completed them. And yeah, man, he's a weapon. And like, reading for me now is a massive form of meditation, to be honest with you, man. Like, I'll just get like sunk into a book. With the David Goggins book, it was dead set just chapters after chapter. I think I finished it in like 2 weeks, to be honest with you. But I was like you, man. I would never read. I would be like, my mum said read a book. I'd be like, what? Read a book? Like, what? Why would I read a book?
Yeah.
But it's a form of meditation, and you get knowledge, man. Knowledge is power.
Exactly. So, do you listen to podcasts and that as well?
Nah. Look, I listen to yours and Drew's. Yeah. But I haven't listened to many podcasts before. No, I haven't been on one either.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts, read. I just got into audiobooks as well.
Yeah. Okay. How's that going?
Yeah, good. So, because I drive a lot for work, so I just plug it in.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's good. You get to learn while you're driving.
I know a lot of runners who just listen to podcasts when they're running, man.
Yeah.
For me, like, it's music that helps me run, to be honest. But
I don't run with anything.
Really?
Yeah, my mate goes, nah, you don't run for anything, you feel the pain and be with one with your body.
Yeah. So my mate, he's a marathon runner too. And whenever I run with him, I don't listen to anything. But if I'm running on my own, I'll listen to music. But it's funny, man, like when I was running with him, he set the tempo and it was fucking quick tempo, man. And I felt everything, but I was more in control of like the movement and the pace, as opposed to listening to music. The song would come on that I'd like, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, like let's pick up the pace now and like gas out and like a kilometer up the road. But I'm learning to love running. It's that's a massive form of meditation for me too.
Awesome.
Good for the mind, man. Good for the mind.
And we were speaking before about runner's high and shit like that.
Yeah.
Such a good feeling, eh?
So good, man. You just zone out. You just fucking trotting like one leg after the other. And I seriously, I want to do big runs next year, and I want to keep doing them, man, because I love them. Like I play in the box as well.
Yeah.
I got a lot of goals now, man, to be honest with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you want to do marathons? Have you thought about ultra marathons and that?
I've thought about it. Look, for this 10-hour run, coming next year, I'm doing with my friends Tom and Charlie. Tom's the marathon runner. Charlie's
they'll end up being an ultra then for 10 hours.
Yeah. So I aim sort of 60, 70 kilometers, even 80 I'd be happy with. My friend is a marathon runner. I think he wants to get to 90, 100. He's a fucking animal, man. But yeah, look, I've done half marathons. Like I've ran them unofficially. But I haven't even done a marathon yet. I'm just jumping in this 10-hour run, man. But it's all for a good cause, mental health awareness, and that's what I'm going to be thinking about when I'm running, just getting through it and what's the cause for. When you have a why, that's when I think like the best you comes out, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When you have a why.
So you want to touch on this run a bit more? What brought it up and what exactly?
Yeah. So I think I started running because of boxing, to be honest. Like I wanted to be like whatever I do in life, like I want to be the best. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to do the best thing for me, and I want to aim to be up there with the best people. So through boxing, I was gassing out when I was sparring in 3 2-minute rounds, man, and I was like, my heart rate would be through the roof, bro, at the end of these 3 rounds. And what people don't know about, like in boxing, like when you're just standing there, fucking with your hands up, you're burning energy, bro, because you're thinking like they're gonna hit me, you're moving around. And so when you're resting, you're actually burning more energy than people think. So through boxing, I actually started running, man. I probably started running 4 months ago with these dodgy pair of, we were talking about this before, dodgy pair of Nikes. They were giving me blisters on my feet and everything like that. But I finally got a new pair. I just ran. And people would be like, you need new shoes, you need this, you need that. I'm like, no, just do it. Just fucking run, you know what I mean? So yeah, I started running through boxing, and I haven't looked back, man. Like everywhere I go, I'm like, that'd be a good road to run on, you know what I mean? Like that looks like a good road. So yeah, I love running.
Yeah, I love running tracks and that.
Yeah, trails?
Yeah, they're the best. Especially up here because there's so many.
I haven't ran a trail yet. I want to, but I've gone down Wollongong and sort of hiked, but it was sort of a walking pace. And it's like climbing up things and shit like that. But I definitely want to sort of do a trail run. In the David Goggins book, there was a trail run he did. What was it called?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was like Hurt 100 or something.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah, the Hurt 100, and it was through Hawaii. Probably ruining the book. What page are you up to?
I'm finished.
Oh, you finished it? Oh, thank God. I thought you were like in the middle of it.
I finished that ages ago.
It was like the Hurt 100 in Hawaii, and his toenails were falling off, the skin was coming off his feet, and he just...
What about when he shit himself? That marathon or whatever he was doing.
Shit and piss, and there was blood coming in. Yeah, he's a nutcase, eh? But you know what? Like, through his book, I'm not going to lie, like, when I'm running and I'm hurting, that's when I start, like, getting going now. Because I feel like, you know when he says, like, you're only at your 40%, like, you're only at 40% when you think you're at 100.
Yeah.
He says humans are only like sort of built to go to their 40% max capability.
We're built to just stay in our comfort zones.
Yeah. It's when you get out of your fucking comfort zone where you find yourself. That's what I reckon.
And then you set a new buffer, and then you break that one. And
Absolutely,
just keep going.
man. Absolutely. It's never ending, man. Like you think you're at your 40% when you're at you think you're at your 100% when you're at your 40%. You're not.
And it's all mind as well. Your body can keep going. It's just your mind telling you to stop.
Absolutely, bro. Your muscles will ache and everything like that, man. I did a 20, not 20, it was 16-kilometer run. It was down in my area. It was to Cronulla and back, and there was this fucking incline, man.
Yeah.
And I remember on the way back, I was already hurting. And I remember my fucking hamstring and quads, they were killing, man. But I was like, I'm not fucking stopping, eh? Like, I'm not stopping. And it was funny because, like, my mind was just dead set, focused on getting one leg in front of the other, and it did. It kept going, bro. Like, and I was amazed. I was like, fuck. Imagine what else I can do like after this run. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm signing up to do 50K race in Port Macquarie next year.
Really?
My mates are doing 100Ks. I'm like, fuck. No, I'll just stick to the 50.
Just stick to the 50. Yeah. Where's that? Port Macquarie.
Yeah, Port Macquarie.
When?
June, July.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, because hopefully COVID's not going to be such a big thing next year. There's going to be a lot more events than that. So
looks like it's clearing up, eh?
yeah, I want to do a lot more events next year.
Yep.
I got invited to go to marathon up in Queensland.
Yep.
So have you heard of a guy called Travis Young? He's down
Reborn.
Yeah, Reborn.
Reborn Fitness. Yeah.
I had him on the podcast. And he's like, yeah, bro, come Queensland and do this marathon.
Bro, Trav is awesome, man. Like, I've heard his story and I've listened to it. He's inspiring as well, man.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I don't know him personally, but like from what I've heard about him, like he's been sober for fucking how long? Like,
yeah, years.
Years, man. Good on him. He's doing good things down that way too. Yeah.
So this 10-hour run, how much money are you looking to raise?
So I made it about a week ago, and look, the aim was I'd be happy to run for $100, to be honest with you, man. It's for the cause, so it's not about the money. But we've actually raised about $900 out of the.
That's awesome.
We've aimed for 1,000. I know at the end of the run, I'm gonna donate a bit, and the other boys are gonna donate a bit. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not setting any expectations. I'm happy to run for $900. I'm happy to run for $9. You know what I mean? It's just for an awesome cause, and we're sort of spreading awareness and everything.
Awesome.
Like that.
And what's the date you're doing that?
16th of January. Yeah. So it's going to be a Saturday, 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. So bright and early.
I have to come down and run some.
Yeah. Come down on the Saturday, bro. You should come down.
Yeah. I'll think about it. I'll get some mates down as well.
Yeah. We sort of, it's at Centennial Parklands, and we're organising sort of everyone come down, run the last lap with us and everything like that. It'd be awesome to have you there, bro.
Awesome, bro. And let's talk boxing. When are you having your first fight?
So I'm aiming end of February. All depends on the New South Wales boxing schedule and everything like that. But I'm thinking the fights are going to start coming back February for the amateurs.
Do you have an opponent already?
Hey?
Do you have like a opponent?
No, I haven't got an opponent or anything like that. That'll be sort of made up from my boxing gym.
Yep.
But yeah, end of February is going to be the aim, depending on the schedule and what that's looking like. But man, I'm so excited. Like I've been training so hard. I can spar. Like I think I sparred fucking heavyweight the other day because it was the kids' Christmas party at the boxing gym, and they wanted to see a few guys spar, and I was the only one there with another heavyweight. So I was thinking, fuck. But anyway, yeah, I got in there, man, and I did 5 rounds with him, and I don't know if he was hitting completely hard, so he'll have to tell me. But it was tough, man, but I got through it and I felt good. Like the fitter you get, man, with boxing, the more I feel like you can enjoy it. And like people think I'm crazy for liking I block punches in my head. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never sort of been focused on defense, but now I'm focusing on it and I'm enjoying it, getting hit less. I love it, bro. I love it.
Awesome. So what's your training schedule like and your diet as well?
Oh, don't talk about my diet, bro. Yeah. Nah, look. My training schedule, I'm pretty flat out, man. Like I'll try get up on my days off in the morning, go for a run. Usually it's gonna be a big run, but sort of lighter pace. So maybe 5 minutes 30 per kilometer, something like that. And then I'll train in the Arvo, do some classes at about 6:30. Oh no, I'll go there about 4, do a bit of a session on my own. Train with the class at 6:30, and I'll get home about 7:30. So there's a lot of training, man. But like I love it. Like it keeps me busy, bro. It keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah.
Keeps my mind right. And I'll go home and I'll be like, all I want to do is eat dinner and go get a good rest for tomorrow's training. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Mondays and Fridays. I'll get up, go for a run. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll just go in the Arvo and train from 4 to 6:30 or something like that. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. It's the best. Saturday's my sparring day, so I'm just sparring today to come here. But Saturday I'm usually sparring. I've had some fucking hard sparring days, man. I've had some days where I want to quit. Like I remember there was one day where it was after a birthday, and we came back and I rushed, got my stuff, and I went to the sparring, and I got my head fucking beaten off me, man. Like if I'm lucky, my head's attached to my neck after that session.
Have you been knocked out yet in the sparring?
No, I haven't been knocked out, man. I've definitely been like dazed and like very like stumbling. My knees have buckled, but I haven't been knocked out, man. But I haven't knocked anyone out either. So look, I went into a foreign. This is what happened. I went into a foreign gym. Haven't been there before, and when you go into there, like every guy's gonna get territorial, bro. Like, who's this guy walking into our gym? You know what I mean? So yeah, I went in there and I didn't have much sleep that night, and yeah, got my head knocked off me, and I swear to God, I went home, bro, and I would chuck my gear, and I was like, nah, that's it. I'm not going back there. I'm not going boxing again. Like, I'll never make it. Like 5 minutes later, bro, I'm like, nah, that was like I think I was getting cocky at that stage too. Yeah. So it sort of brought me back down to earth, and I was like, all right, let's focus on the stuff that I need to improve on. And I went back next week, same guy, and it was a pretty even matchup then. So it's good, man. It's good.
Mindset is so powerful, eh?
Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, I dead set was that keen on not going back, and then I said, nah, let's focus on the negatives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's focus on the negatives, turn them into a positive.
Exactly.
That's everything in life, man. Like, I'll always try to see the good in people. I always try to turn the negative into a positive, because it can.
Exactly, man. So what's, I guess, the message you wanted to share?
Oh, to be honest, the message I want to share is be kind to one another. Like, you don't know what people are going through at the end of the day. Everyone suffers from something. Everyone's waking up every day and battling something. I want to just warn kids about the dangers of sort of getting into the life I was involved in. It's not worth it. Like I said, there's zero loyalty in it. It's not going to bring anything into your life except distance from your family, your friends. And like you were telling me, man, like, true friends are hard to come by, but you find your true friends once you start being true to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So look, it's more like mental health awareness, and if you're waking up every day, you're fighting your own battle. Like, I'm proud of you. Everyone's proud of you. Everyone's got a purpose in life as well, man. Like, every single person, I believe, like, whether it's you, it's me, it's everyone, man. Like, we've all got a purpose, and if we do good things together, like, the world will be a better place. And I fucking truly believe that, man. Like, if we do good things, the world will be a better place.
Exactly, man. So I guess from what you've been through in your little journey thus far, what are some life lessons you've kind of learned, or some things you've learned about yourself along the way?
I'm a lot stronger as myself, man. Like, I'm a better person with, you know, like, I thought being like a hard man's cool, but, you know, having a kind heart's cool. And everyone talks about wanting to be a gangster, man. Like, you know what's gangster to me, man? Like, a stable job, a good mindset, exercise, that's gangster, you know, going around slinging drugs, bashing people, that's not fucking gangster. Like I said, it's a fake life.
Yeah, people just see the movies and be like, oh, I want to be like that.
I want to be like, yeah, nah, man. Like, there's zero loyalty in it, and it's not fucking worth it.
No.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a young kid, I guess, that may be going through what you went through?
What advice would I give him? I would just say, like, get out. Like, get out while you can. Get out before it's too late. Like, trust me, there's a point in where it becomes too late, and like, I'm lucky when I got out, man. And talk to people. Talk to people about how you're feeling. Don't be. It's not weak to speak. It's just get out while you can, man, and start being yourself. Because if it's not you, it's not bringing anything to your life.
That's awesome. You nailed it. What are some of your hobbies besides boxing and running?
Oh, shit, man. Like reading. I do enjoy reading. I write a lot, so when I'm reading, man, like, if I find something I can relate to my life, and I'll start writing down in the book how it relates to my life and how I can get better from it. You know what I mean? So I love writing. I do like drawing, but I fucking can't draw for shit, man, to be honest with you. I do like getting tattooed as well.
Yeah, you got some mean tats, man.
Yeah. So I've got my chest and my stomach and my ribs done as well. I want to get half my body, but the rest of my tattoos, man, they're going to be meaningful. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got, like, mandala on my stomach, and, like, I don't regret any of my tattoos, bro. Like, people ask me why I get them. I'm like, because I like them.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why do you like that artwork? It's because it's cool. Yeah, well, I got it on my skin.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, look, I haven't got many hobbies, but I do enjoy like, that's my job, spray painting my stuff. I don't like spray painting fucking other people's cars and repairing other people's cars, to be honest with you. But look, like I said, you need an income to get by. You know what I mean?
Who are some people you look up to, or who inspire you? You said Goggins before.
Oh, fuck, 100% Goggins is up there, man. But look, I would say my dad, man. My dad, he's a trooper. And look, my family I look up to, man, because they're all fucking good people. And even the ones, my mum's from Ireland, even the ones over in Ireland, they're all inspiring people and they do good things, man. So definitely my family. David Goggins. Some of the boxers, man. I like in the UFC. There's Darren Till. Darren Till opens up about sort of mental health, and I think there was one fight he said, I didn't want to do this fight, like, and he was just being true to himself. You know what I mean? And that's all you got to do in life. Be true to yourself.
Exactly, man. And where do you see yourself in the next few years? Do you have big goals?
Oh, I got big goals, man. So next year I want to be doing runs. I want to be boxing. I want to stay active in boxing. I sort of want to, from February, I want to keep fighting every single month, stay active. 2022, if travel's allowed, I do want to go overseas and train for like 3 to 6 months.
Whereabouts?
Probably Mexico, to be honest with you. Because they breed some fucking tough fighters, man. And I love their style of fighting. So probably Mexico, and then I'll look at maybe getting back into amateurs. But if they think I'm good enough, turn pro. That's one of my goals, man. I want to become a pro fighter. I want to make something of myself because, you know, the more sort of people I get out to and the name I make for myself, the more good I can do. Do you know what I mean? The more I can spread the mental health awareness, and the more I can tell kids to sort of not go down that track. And you can make something of yourself, bro. You know what I mean? Some people might think you're crazy doing so, but you're fucking being true to yourself. You're being yourself. And you'll find so much more in life doing that than just fucking sitting around partying every weekend, trying to chase girls. Like,
it's not worth it.
Nah, it's not, man. It's not.
But now you got this part of you. It's part of your story now. So if you do go big time, you know.
Yeah. No, I'll get there, bro. Like the one thing about me is like I'll always persevere, bro. No matter what, I'll get through it, man.
It's
like,
all mindset.
Absolutely, bro. Like I've gone from not wanting to be alive, bro, to fucking having all these goals, and like I've big ups to myself, bro. You know what I mean? Like you got to celebrate the little fucking wins. You got to, and that's what it's about, man. Celebrating the little wins, and so like I said, man. And like you said, you can make something of yourself.
Exactly. Like, this is the first time I met you, and I can tell, like, you're very determined and you're making change in your life, which is awesome to see.
Yeah. It's one of those things, man, where you come out of a dark place and, like, you think you're at rock bottom, and then fucking life throws a curveball. You're at another rock bottom, you know what I mean? But it's true. There's no place for up. As long as you fucking stay on that bandwagon, keep going, you'll fucking go good places, man. Like this podcast, keep going with it because it'll go places.
Exactly, man. Last 2 questions.
Yep.
What is your definition of success?
My definition of success, it's fucking definitely not money, man. It's about living a prosperous life, a life with meaning, being happy, man, like being surrounded by good people, man, and like just living a happy life. Like happiness is hard to fucking come by, man. Life's tough. Like it fucking throws massive curveballs at you. But man, if you're happy, like you're successful. That's what I think.
Yep. Happiness is key.
Yep.
When your time's up on this earth, you're all done. What's, I guess, something or a bunch of things you'd like to be remembered for?
Oh, fuck, it's my story, bro. And like, I definitely, if it saves one person's life, like, fuck, I've done my job, bro. Straight up, like, I'm happy if it's helped one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I want to be remembered for. I don't want to be remembered for that sort of guy that was drinking every week and fucking selling drugs and shit like that. I don't want to be remembered as that. I want to be remembered as a good person with a good heart, did good for the community and everything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up there. Where can the listeners find you on socials?
So my social media is, you want to know why and I've got a Facebook page, Kyle Rettig, which is where you'll find the fundraiser. Can I do that? For the 10-hour run?
Give a plug.
Yeah. Plug it. So it's called Running in the Right Direction. Like I said, it's a 10-hour run for mental health awareness. That's in January. But yeah, social media, I'm mainly on Instagram. You want to know why. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for coming on.
Beautiful, bro.
It's been an awesome
Thank you for
chat.
having me, man.
I really love your story and what you've been through and now what you're doing. You're on the right path.
Yeah, appreciate it,
right direction, man. So thank you for coming on, and thank you to all the listeners. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you do, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks, mate.